2 weeks in London, making tasting for everyone, and then into Bratislava and back, and hopefully not in New York, or this is too much for me. Let's go. Shortly, for you too as well, I would philosophy and the style of the family. So the winery was founded in 59, exactly on the same way as here. And we started with 3 hectares, and we have now 110 officially. And officially we have to do a bit more. It's been 90 hectares now, 320 hectares in Slovenia. And this one, we're working since 2005 by organical. This is the time the army was coming home and started state of it to change for bioorganical. That was fully certificated in 2018 bioorganical. And since 2018 we're going to change for biodynamic Demeter. And in the last year, 22, it's fully certificated. This means 2022 vintage, it's fully certificated biodynamic Demeter. This one is the strangest biodynamic wine growing system in the world. But of course, it's well known and it's full of respect. In this style, it's mean for us that we don't using any chemical synthetic spraying method. We're using only contact. It'll just mean copper and sulfides. That is whatever we reduce measure. This is actually under 3 kilograms per hectare per year. It's not a lot. And everybody's thinking just because we changed it for biodynamic, we're gonna making now natural wines. Clone wines and not clear wines and orange wines. However, biodynamic wine has nothing to do with the style. So we're not gonna making orange wines and this is not our style. Style is the same. We're true for the style. That means after the harvest, which was taken by hand, all the 110 hectares, it's coming spontaneous fermentation, a very long and careful vinification. As I showed you, sometimes from 66 months, so 18, 20, 24 months, and there is no filtered bottle. I'm going to show you how is it working without any filtration. It's very interesting, but you have to do the technology for this one. Let's go. Thank you for letting me. Oh, no. 2 minutes, he's a regular customer from us. But you never been in the cellar.
I don't think so. So this is really nice.
아까 그 와인 5번. 와.
Okay, I'm gonna show you 4 rooms. I could only 4 rooms to show you just because the other ones is already closed. And this is the first part. This is the first one. That's called cold room. We have here the stainless steel rods, which are we gonna using for the spontaneous fermentation. Just storing the wine. The wines are ready. And we have the third function. It's called the cold stabilization. They're here in the middle. They are all of them 7,000 liters. This for the spontaneous fermentation. On the wall side, you could find between 7 to 12,000 liter tanks, which is the storing wine. And I can't show you, unfortunately. However, a little bit maybe I have somewhere. It's already finished. The third function, the cold stabilization, that's going to take care of it once it's clean, and we can bottle without any filtration with this machine. Because cold stabilization means that we're going to chill down the wines up to 0 degrees. It's not going to froze or anything just because it's alcohol in. But all the sediments, wine stone, and the dead yeast, and the tartaric acid, it's going to crystallize it out. And just because of the gravity, it's going to settle down. We need some bentonite to clean it, again from gravity, and it's completely clear and brilliant, and you can bottle without any filtration. Because if you're going to use this machine here. This is a filter machine. This is a membrane filter. They're gonna store the wine cellars, and they're gonna taking all the acidity, the sediment, the wine stone, just because to be the wine cleared. But the structure is not the same than before. Is not as a big structure to keep the wine, to hold the wine. So you have to sell the wine in 2-3 years, otherwise it's down. If you're gonna bottling the wines without any filtration, you can keep it, as I said to you, 10 to 30 years for white wine. It's quite unusual, but this is the technology to make this wine. And we have here the capacity to make this one. The whole capacity of the cellar is around 2 million liters. We're gonna produce around 600,000 bottles a year, which one sounds a lot, but to be honest, it's always sold out. We could make definitely more wine. The interest in the coffee wine is definitely bigger. And this is the reason that we're going to buy even more and more vineyards and hiring vineyards. So as I said, we have officially 110 hectares. Unofficially, we have 124. But it's not all of them classified for Demeter by Dynamic now. If it will be fully classified, all but we bought, from different wineries, it will be officially 124 hectares. But it's going to take 4 or 5 years. That's already done.
Eddie, these filters, these are like milling pour filters?
Yeah, just membrane.
Okay.
It's just like a bentonite in here.
Yeah.
It's just like
Clay.
clay, exactly.
Okay.
And this is a high pressure.
Okay.
That's going to press the wine on the clay,
Yeah.
and it's going to destroy the wine cellar. It's going to stay again together in the bottle. But I said the structure is not the same.
Okay.
And we need it only for the alcohol-free things such as the verjus. We need it for the summer wines, Tement green, Tement blanc, and Riesling, which one you're going to sell quick.
That you drink
Quickly, exactly, straight away.
Okay.
The wines that don't need such a long time for the maturation than Premier Cru's and Grand Cru's.
Okay.
To be honest, up to the village wines are all of them non-filtered. But some of the territory wines, Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Blanc, they're as well non-filtered.
Okay.
But you can keep these wines as well 10, 12 years without any problem. A territory wine, a simple one, a classic one.
Okay.
20 years ago, if I'm gonna say somebody, you can keep a classic wine for 20 years, they're gonna say for me, you are completely full.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Thank you.
I'm gonna show you the next one.
I think that's what you're talking about.
지하.
Just to show you what's the capacity of the cellar. It's called the reserve room. You could find here different sizes of the stainless steel ones, 2,000, 5,000, 1,000 and 20,000 liter. Because as I said, we're gonna harvest every single vineyard and parcel separately. Basically we have every single year 300 and something different wines. But we're making every single year up to the classification different assemblages. Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet, that's got a 55 different parcels. T-Reg Grand Cru, we was just drinking, contains 17 different parcels together. But they're all of them separated, vinificated separately. And then, when the wine is ready, family is sitting together on the table, and they're gonna tasting all the wines. And they're gonna decide which wine, which parcel, how many percent have they taken, which one is the best way to reflect the style, the philosophy, the terroir, the grape variety, and the vintage. And this is the style of the Tement. It's always elegant, it's always balanced and sophisticated. This, if I have a Tement in my glass, there's no doubt this is a Tement wine. It's not to compare with other wines. Just because we don't have any yeast, we have only the white yeast that we're going to bear. Spontaneous fermentation, slowly, very carefully maturation. This, not a lot of winemakers can do that in Austria, to be honest. I'm gonna show you the nicest part of the cellar, just to make sure we have as well as a couple of barrels.
아,
Here we are. This is the third part what I'm about to show you, and the fourth one is just okay. So you can see we have a couple of barrels as well. We're using only oak barrels in a different art. What you're gonna see here, those two right, they are using old oak barrels from Styria and Slavonia, originally. This is a longer experiment. Which oak, which form, for which grape variety, and how long. Those oaks are used mostly for Sauvignon because we don't have any toasting in our barrels. Not any toasting, not even the barley barrels. All of the natural oak barrels. You can't taste any vanilla, exotic, and too much oak in our wines. We're focusing on the terroir. And the best way to using natural oak barrels. But the size is different, up to the parcel, from 1,000 to 4,000 liter. But it's always the same parcel in the bottle. It's always, have a look at, there is Grasminsberg and 2 liters. There is Chirac white wall. This is always the same parcel in the bottle, every single year. It can't happen that we have one year Chirac white wall. Sovignonblend, and the next year a Roof Traminer for Village.